In this video, I'm going to be giving you 3 tips on how to win a bidding war in this market. The real estate market in New York City and New Jersey, where I sell real estate, has been so crazy, and I know it has been across the country, and a lot of buyers are in a position where they're competing with so many other buyers with their offers that they have to get creative when submitting them and winning a home. So that's why I thought it'd be a good idea to make this video and give you some tips. The first tip that I have for you, if you have the means to do this, is to pay all cash. A buyer who pays all cash is attractive to a seller because they know that they have the means to close. They don't have to depend on a bank. So that means that they're more likely to close on the property and won't back out for any appraisal issues or anything like that. I know a lot of you want to take advantage of these low interest rates right now, and that's the reason you don't want to pay all cash for a property. But just because you pay all cash, that doesn't mean that you can't get a mortgage on the house later. After you close on the house paying all cash, you can then later on go to a bank and do a cash out refi, where then you'll get that money back and you'll put a mortgage on the house. So that is an option. You can pay all cash so that you're more attractive to the seller first, and then go to a bank later after you buy the home and put a mortgage on it. My second tip for winning a bidding war is to waive the inspection. This doesn't mean that you have to waive the whole inspection. You can waive just a portion of it, say up to $2,500 or $5,000. So that means that during the inspection, whatever comes up that is below that threshold that you waive up to, you are responsible for as the buyer. But anything above that, you can go to the seller and ask them to repair it, or ask them for credit based on how much it is to repair it. I always recommend waiving just a portion of the inspection, just in case anything major comes up. You don't want to have to be responsible for a $10,000, $15,000 roof that comes up in the inspection. But the seller, if you waive a portion of it, they'll know that you're not going to nickel and dime them over a broken window or a broken door jamb or anything small like that. The third thing that you can do to stand out and win a bidding war is to waive the appraisal. And just like the inspection, you don't have to waive the appraisal completely. You can waive it up to a certain amount. So let's say that you're buying a house for $1 million, but then when it comes time for the appraisal, it appraises at $950,000. So now you have a $50,000 gap between the price that you're paying for the house and the price that it was appraised for. If you waive the appraisal down to that $950,000 number, then that means that you'll be responsible for the gap between what you hope the bank will give you for your loan and what they're actually going to give you based on the $950,000 appraised value. However, if you don't waive the appraisal, then you can go back to the seller and ask them to lower the price to the appraised value. Or you have to come up with something in between that will be beneficial for both parties. But many sellers want to avoid this situation, so if you waive the appraisal or just a portion of the appraisal, that makes them feel more comfortable with going with your offer. Using these 3 tips to get creative with your offer in a bidding war can actually help you win the house, even if you don't have the highest offer. Many sellers would rather go with a buyer who is willing to waive at least a portion of the inspection or appraisal, so that they don't have to deal with these and risk the buyer backing out down the line. They just want to go with someone who's serious and ready to close on the house. So if you use these things, again, you could win the house without even having the highest offer. So definitely keep these in mind when you come to one of those best and final situations where you have to put your best foot forward. If you have any questions about these techniques, please reach out to me. All my contact information is below. If you're looking to buy or sell a home in New York City or New Jersey, please also reach out to me for that. I'm always happy to help in that process. If you found this video to be helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like it, and I'll see you in the next one.